Good afternoon, it's Graham from Unearthed, and today, or this afternoon I should say, I'm going to be doing something called the Scrap Box Challenge. Now this sounds a bit quirky, but we all go detecting and we all find bits of scrap and artefacts and partyfacts, etc, and I'm probably like a lot of you people that watch these films have a scrap box or a junk box or a partyfacts box full of odd items. And here's some that you guys may be able to help me out with. So the first one is this. Now, I found this a couple of months ago, and as you can see, it's obviously ancient. It looks zoomorphic, it looks like there's an animal's head. It screams Saxon or Viking to me, but what it is, I do not know. So if any of you guys out there are watching this and have an idea what that is, please leave a comment or two. There's a gentleman that follows us on here called Michael Gallen. Mike Gallen may know what this is because he's a bit of an expert in the artefacts of these ages, I think. I'm sure he won't mind me saying, but what is it? It came off a site that's produced Viking bits, Saxon coins and artefacts, Roman bits and pieces, and that turned up on the back. There she is. So the hole in the bottom or the top obviously has an important function to play, but what is it, folks? So anybody who's got any ideas, please leave a comment or two. Now the next one up this is ironic, because this came off the same site. What is that? Now I've got a sneaky feeling it could be a hook tag, and it might have had a hook on the bottom, a clothing fastener. Is it or isn't it? As you can see on the back, it's got like a clasp lisp at the bottom. It could have been a clasp of some sort. Who knows? Again, any comments will be very, very helpful. I mean, these just lie around in my scrap box doing nothing, and today I've been rooting through my box with some odds and ends in there. Some of them are quite easy to identify, others slightly less so. Now the next one up is this item. Now this may help if you guys ever come across this. Has been dried out, it's ready to be cleaned, but of course it's broken. As you can see here, that would have been a round loop. I'll turn it around gently, and this would have been a round loop here. So that's a four-way strap junction. Strap connector or strap junction. I would probably hazard as a guess that it's probably not if I've got Viking on my mind, Iron Age. I would say it's an Iron Age artifact. That it just looks Iron Age to me. So there you go. If you ever find any bits and pieces like that, folks, it's probably better if I hold it in my hand. I would say Iron Age. So the next one is this. So if you ever come across these sort of artifacts in the field, that's, believe it or not, I would say that's part of a medieval mirror case. At first I thought it was part of a sword shape, but looking at it carefully, obviously it's really, really broken. It's had a hard life in the soil, but that is a medieval mirror case. It would have been round, and it would have been this is one part of two that would have opened up on a hinge. The hinge is at the bottom, broken. So these are the bits and pieces that you come across in your junk box that probably need identifying. Here's another one that's quite easily identified. It's a medieval horse pendant, but of course this one sadly has got no decoration on it whatsoever. So any form of enamelling, colouring, design, heraldic coat of arms has been long washed off this. So chances are this was lost, lay on the surface, the rain hit it, the weather hit it, and probably washed all the pattern off it and everything else, the patina, and then it was buried for some 500-600 years until I came along and found it with my detector, which is a real shame because it's not buckled, it's not bent, it's rather full, but it's got absolutely nothing on it, which is a shame. So there's another one that you may come across at some point. Now, some of you guys out in the field may come across these from time to time and wonder what they are. They are actually the pins off medieval ring brooches or ring buckles. We used to call them ring brooches. People call them ring buckles. I still have the fond memories of calling them ring brooches, and I continue to do that. But we find quite a few of these. We find quite a few out in the field. Here's another one. So if you ever wonder what they are, at least you know. They are pins of medieval ring buckles, ring brooches. They're not split pins. They're not modern farming bits and pieces. They are most certainly the pins of the ring brooches. Now, if you remember my last video, we spoke about and looked at the Roman coin that was encrusted. Here's one that I've had soaking in oil for some time. This was completely covered in that encrusted iron deposit on both sides. The oil soaked in oil for about 2 months. It's been taken out, it's been dried, and I give it a gentle tap, and look at that. It looks like the Emperor Crispus, I think. It's starting to come to, and the backside of it is showing some really nice detail. So a nice little Roman find there, and it was, like I said, it was nothing. It was just a lump of horrible bronzy iron contaminated mess. And with a bit of patience and a bit of time and perseverance, it's actually now showing itself to be a really decent coin. So there's a little bit more work to go at that. What I'll probably do is dry it off and give it a bit of a scrape around these areas here. Pick away at it, and hopefully the next time we see that, that'll be a really nice coin. So there's another one. Now this is interesting. Some of you guys, this came off a Roman site, well, Roman and Iron Age. And I haven't got it, obviously it's well broken, but what has it been? You know, would it have been circular? Would it have had these teeth all the way around it? Is it some sort of weaponry? Is it something completely different? Some of you guys again might know. It's been in my junk box for some time, and I still scratch my head every time I look at that. Is it old? It is old. It's got that patina about it, and that look and that feel. But what is it? There you go. Some of you guys might know what that is. So I do apologise again for the white bits on my fingers. I've been painting all day. Bored silly of painting. So the next one, guys, is this. And it's three-sided. And it's got very, very faint writing on each panel. But what has it been? I've seen something like it before. My memory banks have gone. I don't think it's particularly old. But some of you guys might know what that is. So the junk box challenge is, some of you guys may well know what these items are, and it'll be fantastic to know some of your comments. Where we at? This is an interesting one. Now, I found this a few years back, and it's been hovering in between my junk box and my decent vibe box, because obviously it's broken, but it's actually an 18th century cufflink. It's not a button, and it's got a weird colouring design going on in there. If you can see, some of these have lovely Lakeland type designs and scenic designs in them. This has just got a bit of colour in there, but if you ever come across them, that's what they are. Silver cufflink from the 18th century. Last up is this find that's been cleaned, rather nice, and it's a belt mount, medieval again. As you can see, whether it would have been in the leather either side. The stud on this side's gone, still remains on the other side on the left. But what a lovely find. Whether it would have had something in the middle, I don't think so. But the thing is about these medieval artefacts, they have something about them, don't they? If you look at the design and the quality, they're fantastic. So that was a welcome find, quite easily identifiable. But if some of you guys know what some of these other finds are, let me know. I would love to know what this is, and I'd love to know what that is, and that one. Even though they're not anything special, anything to shout out about, it'd be just nice to know, because of the sites we detect on may only produce finds that we can easily identify. But when finds like this come up, it shines a new light on the site itself. So help me out if you can. It'd be interesting to see some of your comments. Thank you very much for watching. It's very, very much appreciated, guys. It really is. And if this is a success, this scrap box challenge, believe me, I have got tons and tons of finds that need looking at. So maybe you guys can help me out and solve some of the mysteries behind the artifacts. Okay, thanks very much for watching. I'll catch up with you people very soon. Bye for now.